Welcome back folks to another episode of Midlife Models from Ruined to Refreshed. PJ here. And here we are down at MLM headquarters, and we've been contacted by our local transport department to see if we can refresh their Londoner K-15. So let's get it on the bench and see what we can do with this one. Cheers. Okay, welcome back folks, and this is the model we're going to be working with. It is the Matchbox Superkings, the Londoner K-15, made in England, 1972, Lesney Products & Co Limited. And it's play worn, it's tatty, and the doors look bent and out of shape, so we'll need to look at that. My biggest problem with this one was I couldn't find out how to take it apart, but hopefully you can see there's a tag on the front where it clips in, and then at the back there are two rivets. Now obviously I can't get a drill in there, so I'm going to be using a grinding tool on the Dremel to see if we can get it apart. It wasn't obvious. I looked at the base for ages, I looked around the sides, and until I tilted it to one side I couldn't see the rivets. So that took a while. So let's see if we can grind off these post holes, or these posts, and get this baby apart. Of course, what I'm conscious of is not doing too much damage to the body. Okay. Well, there we go. Came apart a little bit quicker than I was expecting it to. So let's have a look what we've got inside. We have the lower deck interior, the upper deck interior. Washing, the plastic windows, are not sealed in, I don't think. There's a little tab at the front. Okay, I'm going to do that off screen because I want to do it. Oh, actually, no. We have movement. Now it's just come. That's good. The bottom plastic. Hopefully that will ease out. Okay, we're 2 for 2. There are some scratches on this model, I have to say. The doors are bent, so we'll need to straighten them up. And the wheels are out. And there's a crack. There's a crack on the spring that's holding the mount that's holding these front ones in place. That's going to take a little bit of TLC to get them out. and repair that. There's a crack. I don't know if you can see this. There's a crack there. So we're going to have to super glue that. And that might be what's causing problems with the suspension. Right, so we've got our front wheels off, got our back wheels off, we've got the two mounts off, and I think it's this one that's got the crack in it, so we've got the opportunity to repair that and glue it back in place, so we'll super glue that. So there we go folks, that's what we're dealing with. The plastics obviously we'll put into some washing up liquid and get them cleaned up. We'll repair the axle mounts and the body will be going in caustic soda. We'll also, in fact I might be able to do that now. Straighten the doors up. Yeah, they're a little bit better. I'm going to use a bigger pair of pliers on that. So the next time that we catch up will be down at the lab, and we'll be putting our body and chassis into caustic soda. I might chuck the doors in there as well and re-chrome them, and our body parts into some washing up liquid. So we'll catch you in the lab. Cheers. Welcome back to the lab folks, and as you can see we've got our body parts. That sounds criminal actually. The buzz body parts in our caustic soda jar ready for stripping. These are quite tall, so I'm going to be careful with this caustic soda this time around. We're wearing our PPE. The window's open. Okay, there we go. Let's see what kind of instant reaction we get. You can see the labels are peeling away straight away, and it looks like so is the paint. So that's great. And what we've also done is to put our plastic parts in some washing up liquid, and I'll give them a bit of a scrub with a toothbrush. And the glasses are the plastic glass is coming up really nice. I don't think we're going to do too much to this because it feels very brittle. It has got a couple of deep scratches in it, but we're going to have to live with that, I'm afraid. But the rest of it looks nice and clean. So we'll leave them to soak for a while, and we'll come back to the caustic soda jar in about half an hour, and we'll meet you back at the desk. Cheers. Welcome back, folks, and we're back at the desk after we have washed our plastic parts and dipped our body pieces in the caustic soda. And I have to admit, it took a couple of attempts to do this body. It's almost as though the caustic soda on the first time round attacked the labels more than it did the paint on the body. After I gave it another dip in the caustic soda, it pretty much cleared it. Almost cleared it all off, but there's still some residue on the inside. So I am going to give this plastic glass interior a gentle cleaning with the lamp doctor and the Dremel. This is obviously more sturdy, being as it's got four sides on it and a roof. This, however, is very flimsy, and I'm very nervous about cleaning this one. There are some scratches in it. I don't think we'll get them all out. I just want to get it cleaned up, really. The wheels, we need to rub the axles down with some emery cloth, and then we'll put the Tamiya X1 black gloss on them, and I'll resilver the hubs in the middle. That one's lost all its silver paint. Yeah, so that's what we'll do with those. I have added some super glue to reinforce this clip that goes on the inside to hold the axles in place, so that's done. The plastic interiors were really grimy. They've washed up nicely, so I'm happy with that. So that leaves us a major cleaning and polishing job, really. So we'll do a bit of cleaning on this roof to see what it comes up like. Once I've done that, what I'm also going to do is to give it a polish with Autosol after it's been wire brushed. And it's my view that helps give a better surface for when you're priming it. I did it on the James Bond Lotus Esprit, and the primer laid down really well. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So we'll do a bit of wire brushing on this one. I'll do the rest of it off screen because it's quite a large vehicle, and we could be here for about an hour and a half cleaning this up. So let's have a quick look to see what it's going to come up like. Okay, so as you can see, it's a lot cleaner on the top. There is what appears to be some, almost like a corrosion. I've seen this on other models. I may have to just rub that over with some emery cloth, I think, just to flatten it down. There's no pits in it, it's just, I'm not sure what's caused it. It's been exposed to some chemical or something, I don't know. I've got no idea, to be fair. So we'll give that a rub over with some emery cloth just to flatten it down. Then we'll polish the body before we get it into the workshop for painting and priming. So the next time we catch up will be in the workshop. So I'll catch you later, folks. Cheers. Welcome back to the workshop, folks, and here we are with our Londoner bus, and it's prime time, and I've managed to get hold of some high coat red primer for this one, so let's see what this goes on like. Okay, as far as the primer goes, I think that's a pretty sweet colour. So I think we have to do it in two parts to do the inside as well. So we'll come back in about half an hour, give it another coat of primer, and then we'll be back for the top coat. Catch you later. Cheers. Welcome back, folks, and we're going with our top coat, and we're going to be using BMW Cinnabar Red. So let's see what this goes on like. Yeah, I like that colour. Okay, I'll get the bottom off, done off camera, and we'll catch you back in the lab when we're starting to look to reassemble. I'll catch you in a few. Cheers. Welcome back, folks, and here we are back at the desk with our Londoner K-15, and as you can see, it's been sprayed and we've put a top coat on it. It's come out really nice. I'm really liking this colour. So I'm just going to move the top out of the way, and what I'm going to be doing is to put the wheels and axles back in. And as you can remember, one of the axles was broken, so we've super glued that just to reinforce it, and it's been stood for a good few days just to let it harden off. And all I'm going to do with these is to drop some super glue on the posts. And a bit around the edges, I think. And drop our axles back in. I'm just going to drop a small smidgen of baking soda over the top of there. Just to reinforce it a bit. There we go. And the same with the rear axle. and again just a pinch of baking soda. Yeah, she's rolling nicely. Now we'll do a bit of a test fit to the roof just to see that it looks okay. And there we go. So let's get this out of the way. Okay, let's see what we've got now. So, the first part that goes in is the bottom glass, like so. It's not even the right part. There's our plastic lower interior. Then we have to drop in the doors. Which if you can see, there's two studs, two stud holes that are there for the doors to be dropped into. This is where it also gets a bit finicky. We'll just tip that on one side. And drop on the door opening mechanism. And there's two pins that need to sit into that recess like that, and of course it moves. There they go. Next is the upper plastic interior, and that holds the pins in place. So far so good. And we'll drop our roof on top. And there she is. So what I have done is I've done a small hole, drilled a small hole at the back, and I'm going to drop a couple of pins in there, or a couple of studs, very small ones. So I'll get that done, and then we'll come back when we're going to put some customised decals on this one, I think. The old ones are a bit out of date, When this bus goes back into service, it won't be running in London. It'll be running in Swadlinborough and dropping off at the MLM garages. So there we go, she's back together. Unfortunately, we have got some deep scratches that I'm not able to do anything about, but the actual bus itself has come up really nice. So we'll catch you in a few when we're looking at putting some decals on. Catch you later. Cheers. Okay, welcome back folks, this is the reveal. I had a few problems with the decals, so I did them off screen, but as you can see they've now been added, apart from one which I've had to make a sticker for, which is above the doors. Because I had to take a section out for the door mechanism, it was easy to make it out of a sticker. So this is our Londoner K-15. We stripped it back, we gave it a fresh coat of paint, we painted the wheels with Tamiya X1 and resilvered the hubs, added a few details and accents to the lights, and I think she's come out pretty nice, certainly in better condition now than she was when we started. I will at some point print another set of decals and probably replace the sticker above the doors, but it doesn't look too bad. So we'll get this one shipped back down to the workshop and put it on the forecourt of MLM headquarters, and we'll see what she's like. So here she is in front of our garage. And we've had an electrician come in recently, and yeah, we've got a bit of a light show going on to celebrate the completion of this project. And as you can see, we've added a new list of names to our MLM billboard of fame. And as I said before, if you want to be on our billboard, subscribe to the channel, and I'll pick up your channel name and add you. This will be changing week to week with names of friends and supporters of the channel. So until next time folks, thanks for watching, thanks for your continuing support, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.